Right then, I'm about to delve into gender ideology. It's a minefield on social media because it concerns. See, you got to be careful now. You can't say people or individual or entity because somebody from gender ideology communities could watch this video and accuse me of misgendering or dead naming or whatever. So you've got to be extra careful. Remember, social media is a left wing run social media platform, like most of them, except for Twitter now, thankfully. And this video concerns an. Oh, God, how did I. Okay, this object's name is Jeffrey Marsh. Jeffrey Marsh is a well known influencer on social media. Can I say that? Influencer, celebrity. Christ. I mean, it's just really difficult to talk about. You can see why not many people talk about this. Or people who do, they get their channels gone, suspended, deleted by YouTube and other platforms because it's such a. My God. I'll try again. This video is about Jeffrey Marsh. There we go. Jeffrey Marsh has stubble and wears female clothing. And Jeffrey Marsh has or had a channel on YouTube called Smile to Gender. And it started out making videos for adults. Now, regarding gender ideology, if you're an adult and you believe that you are another gender, then fine. I haven't got a problem with that. You can be whatever the hell you want to be, as long as you don't encroach on other people's spaces and you leave people alone. It's that simple. If my neighbour decides to put on, and he's a man, he's a proper man's man, and he decides to put on a woman's dress with high heels and parade up and down the high street, lives his life quietly, doesn't say boo to a goose, I haven't got a problem with that, and nobody should, and that person should be left alone. However, back to Jeffrey Marsh. Jeffrey Marsh's content then turned towards children. And this is where it gets sinister. Now, I am a father. I'm the father of two gorgeous girls and a boy. He is a proper boy's boy, mischievous, but good. And I love all three. And I want them to know they can come to me with anything, any problems, absolutely anything. They can talk to me. My door is always open. Now, I read a book to my girls when they were younger, and it was called No Matter What. And it concerned a mummy dragon and a baby dragon. And the baby dragon kept asking his mummy, will you still love me if I do this, or do that, or the other? And the mummy dragon says, I will love you no matter what. And it's the same with me and my children. I love them no matter what. But what I do take a dim view is people like Jeffrey Marsh producing videos online, and those videos then direct children to his Patreon page, and on that Patreon page he encourages those children to confide in him. Oh, them, they, whatever Jeffrey Marsh identifies as. See, you got to be careful. Jeffrey Marsh wants children to confide only in what that person produces, and that is dangerous because it's grooming. It's grooming. Kids can go to Jeffrey Marsh and say, listen, I'm confused about my gender. And then he admits on his TikTok and other videos elsewhere that children do not need to confide in their parents. They don't need to care about their parents' feelings. If they feel they don't have a family, then they can feel they have a family with Jeffrey Marsh, and that's disturbing. That is effectively taking kids away from their parents, from their families, and warping their tiny minds. Kids' minds are like sponges. They absorb everything. And when they see Jeffrey Marsh, dressed, looking as Jeffrey Marsh does, the big smile, big eyes, protruding confidence and knowledge, and it's all designed to suck children in. Jeffrey Marsh makes it so they see Jeffrey Marsh as the only solution to problems Jeffrey Marsh has put into children's heads via his videos. And ever since this has come to light and Jeffrey Marsh has been called out for what he has been producing for children, Jeffrey Marsh has deleted all Jeffrey Marsh's videos. And then we come to a Muslim lady called Shumiran Nessa. If I've mispronounced that, I apologise. But Shumiran is a TikTok comedian and she's on YouTube as well. She has a huge following and she's on there to make people laugh. There's nothing offensive, it's just innocent stuff. And what she did since she saw Jeffrey Marsh's content online, she called it out and she made reaction videos. And then they had a bit of a spat together. There was a back and forth. And looking at it now, I think all she did was shine a light on dangerous behaviour from adults towards children online. She would never have made videos about Jeffrey Marsh had he not gone onto TikTok and targeted kids. And what better place to shepherd your victims or your intended targets than TikTok? Kids love TikTok. They're on there. They'd be on there 24/7 if they could. And then it got nasty. Fans of Jeffrey Marsh and gender ideology cult members then found out where Shumiran Nessa lived and they doxed her. They emailed her and her kids, threatening them harm, and all because she called out a groomer, effectively, for targeting children. And if you're one of these people watching this video and you did this on behalf of Jeffrey Marsh, you need to take a good long hard look at yourselves in the mirror. What you're doing is wrong. I mean, I've been a victim of doxing. It is a nasty, unpleasant experience. Somebody actively goes to find out about your life, where you live, where you work, and then puts it online. That's a crime. And for YouTube and TikTok, I mean, Jeffrey Marsh has deleted his YouTube videos, but he's still on Patreon. And the fact it took him, or Jeffrey Marsh, to delete Jeffrey Marsh's videos instead of the Google moderators, who are quick enough, by the way, to censor and delete conservative right-wing political videos, which is... I mean, I can't get my head around that. You can do grooming videos like Jeffrey Marsh has, but you can't... I mean, I got videos deleted on my last channel because I was going against the grain. I mean, it's bonkers, isn't it? It's just bonkers. And Jeffrey Marsh started out all innocent, advice for adults, non-binary rights, trans rights, and then it got to children. I did the same to them. But it's using his platforms and his videos, his channels, to direct them to his Patreon account, where they could talk to him in secret, where he could groom them and warp their minds, influence them in the most sinister way possible to make them cut themselves off from their own families. Is just insidious. And it's high time people talked about this. More people need to talk about this because children are the most vulnerable in society and our most important asset. And inflicting children with gender ideology is dangerous and it's wrong and it ruins lives. So there we go. I'll be keeping an eye on Jeffrey Marsh and his ilk, or their ilk, or whatever pronoun. Good God. Fucking hell. It's ridiculous. I'll be keeping an eye on this story and what's going on, and I will be making videos about it again in the future. So there we go. That's my video. Hope you like. Please let me know what you think in the comments. And until the next time, have a good evening, look after yourselves, and Roger Trout.